Hello. Let's see. Yep, that's there. Ooh, what's this? Darth is here. Hello, Darth. Can you hear me? Is everything good? Ugh. Oh my golly. How you doing? Ah. Yay, perfect. Jay is here. Hello, Jay. How you doing? Mr. Jingles. Mr. Jingle Jangle Jongle. Let's see. I haven't opened this since the last season ended. Nice. Yes, okay. We can talk about that for a second. This was the in-game team I used for this. So I'm on my Violet copy, which is the one that I use to do my videos. I have my personal game, and I use Violet when I'm using teams, just so I don't mix like records and stuff like that. That's why it's JLVGC. And so yeah, this is the team I used when I did the playthrough of the game. I tried to find Pokemon with fun Teras, which I didn't do a great job of, but I did use Pokemon that I like. So we have Iron Hands, which I caught at the end, and I later EV'd them. So this one is, oh gosh, I gotta remember, how to do this because I've been playing so much GA. They're all super simple. It's max HP, max attack, max special attack, max speed, max HP attack. Bam, bam. Y'all know the drift. Y'all know the gist. Lucas, hey, how you going? It's the GOAT. I'm okay. Like, a solid 6 out of 10. But I appreciate that. Thank you. And Tatsugiri, yes, I love Tatsugiri. It's a really fun little Pokemon. I ended up switching them all over to my Scarlet account so I could re-EV them and stuff. How was my trip? It was really good. It was long. 9 days. I was in Japan for 9 days. One of the longer vacations I've ever had, but it was a lot of fun. Me and my friend had a really good time. Lots of stuff there. I'm sure I'll talk about it over the course of the stream. Still pretty tired. The jet lag has been hitting me pretty hard, and I think I'm getting a little sick. Well, that's okay. It is what it is. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Funny JL goes to Japan and immediately comes back to play closed team sheet best of 1. Yes. That is primarily most of the Pokemon I play, because that is the most accessible, since that's what the in-game ladder is. I would love if there was an open team sheet best of 3 ladder, but unfortunately that is not the case. But we do our best. We do our best here. 6 out of 10, you bite your tongue, you're awesome. Well, Lucas, thank you. I really appreciate that. That's super cool. You're awesome too. I always see your comments, so I always try my best to respond. But yeah, Japan was really fun. We visited a lot of Pokemon centers, and we did a lot of Pokemon and non-Pokemon related stuff. I had some really good food. Very interesting food. Obviously, it's Japan, raw fish and all that jazz. It's just like not my favorite, but you know, when in Rome, you try the stuff out. So I made sure to give it a go. Phew. Yeah, I'll get started on the battles here in a little bit. I just wanted to basically when I got okay. So I guess story time is so I was supposed to get home on Friday night. Was originally what I was supposed to do. So I supposed to fly out on, basically, due to time changes, I would leave Friday at 5 p.m. from Japan and get back Friday 11 p.m. here in the United States. But I was flying an airline that I won't say which one. I originally only had 2 flights, but for some reason they suddenly added a 3rd flight. So I was originally supposed to go straight from Japan to Toronto and then Toronto to my home airport. But for some reason they took me to Toronto to Chicago, and then Chicago to my home airport, which was a little jarring, a little frustrating, I'm not going to lie, but it is what it is. but my Japan flight ends up getting delayed by like 3 hours, which is kind of a problem because I have 2 layovers, and one of them is only an hour and a half after I land in Toronto. And so I talked to the staff there. They're not particularly helpful, whatever. But I get there. My other flight gets delayed, which is good for that flight, but bad because now it actually departs after my 3rd flight departs. So I end up having to, they end up giving me a hotel room. And then I have to, I end up getting to the hotel. And the airline paid for all of this because it was their fault. But they gave me a hotel room, and I get to the hotel just about at midnight. And my flight is at 7 a.m. So I get like 5 hours of sleep, which for me is very little. And I require, 7 to 9 minimum. And then I go to, and then I wake up, I go back to the airport, and I get home around like noonish on yesterday, which would have been like 10 p.m. for me. So like very thrown off. So I stay up, I sleep, go to bed last night. I sleep very poorly, as one does when they're super jet lagged. And so I've tried to take a couple little naps to kind of keep myself going, but yeah, I'm pretty tired. So I don't know how long this stream will be. No more than a couple of hours for sure, but we'll probably ladder back into Master Ball, maybe do some viewer battles if we want to do that. We'll just chat, have a little fun, and then we'll call it a day. But that's why there's not a video. Instead, we're doing a stream. I just could not bring myself to, I did not have the energy nor the effort to. I was very exhausted, and I want to hang out with my partner, whom I haven't seen now in a week and a half. So yeah, it was a very adventurous time getting back into the United States. But I mean, that happens. You know what? Planes go late, things change, so it is what it is. Not really too much you can do about it. The Urban Rager, it's Jon-Luke. Hey, Urban, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Missed you, buddy. How's ZA treating you? Treating you good? And I can't wait to get slept by Darkrai. Yeah, or Zori, I don't know. I haven't really been seeing Darkrai when I play on ladder. The mythicals are few and far between, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe the occasional Arceus, but that's really about it. So we will see what happens there. Before we get into the games, just a couple of little channel announcements now that we've kind of got the stream going. First of all, just making sure everybody can hear me. We're good to go on that front. Sound is matching correctly. Is that correct? Everything looks right. Just want to get confirmation on that before we get into the battles. SV ladder. Oh yeah, that's a thing that exists. I know we've all been playing ZA and said, we've said, never mind on VGC. Now it's time for battle royales, and I'm also in that regard. I just posted a tweet yesterday about getting back to rank A. It's actually going quite viral, which I'm surprised. Like 50,000 views, almost 1,000 likes. That's a lot for me at least, so that's pretty cool. People seem to like the team, even though it's I guess what some would describe as meta slop, but that's okay. But yeah, so okay, everything seems good. Just a couple of quick announcements. I don't know, some of my friends know this, not really anybody else, but hi, I quit my job. Not to do YouTube full time or anything like that, but I will, just because I wanted a new job, and that job was very taxing on my time and my emotional output. And I ultimately decided, and I've been thinking about it for a really long time, and I ultimately decided that it was necessary to quit that job in order to get to a better place with a new job and all of that other kind of stuff. And so I've saved a lot of money, and I can take some time off, and yada, yada, yada. So anyways, I will be bored for sure, because I'll have a bunch of time now. So I will be ramping up some of the YouTube stuff, at least during my small stint in unemployment. However that may be, I would assume at least a couple of months. I don't really anticipate to get hired anywhere during the holidays. But yeah, so you might see some more frequent live streams, probably no additional direct videos, unless there's something that people specifically want. I think I'm just going to stream more, do more like casual play in tournaments and on ladder and stuff like that. I think that would be really fun. So yes, yeah, I'm unemployed now. Not to do YouTube full time. It's not going that well. It'd be cool if it was, but it's not. That's fine. That's totally fine. But I figured this is a good place to exert my energies while I also, because I can only job hunt for so long every day, which is really, really cool. Lucas, yeah, I did. It's pretty cool. I'm very excited about it. It's been nice not thinking about having to go to work tomorrow and stuff like that. I worked very long hours. I would work about 10 to 12-hour days. I was always on call. I do sales, if that tells you anything. So it was just a very demanding profession, and something that I had kind of grown past. When I was a little younger, it was fine. You know, my friends all could hang out at 11 p.m. It's not that big a deal, all this kind of stuff. But I'm getting a little older now. I'm growing kind of past that kind of schedule. I'm looking for something a little more consistent in that 9 to 5 department. And so ultimately, I decided that it was a good idea to kind of bite the bullet and force that discomfort a little bit. So, yay, we're doing that. So, and I started that out by spending a bunch of money in Japan. Having a good time. Having a good time. I'm also getting a little sick. My throat's like, you know what I mean, tingly back here. Not very good, so I'm going to drink a decent chunk of water. If I lose my voice, it is what it is. I already recorded Tuesday's videos. It's okay. It's okay. But yes. Okay, so when can I sleep over again? Urban, you just let me know, and I will make sure that... So I have my partner. Her name is Leah. I think she doesn't mind that I tell you her name. I just have to ask Leah that, you know, if that's okay if you come over. It's her house too, you know? Can I edit tournament videos for exposure? Yeah, I mean, that would be fine. We could make something shake there. I don't know how much exposure my channel would get you. It's not small. No, it is small, but it's not like super small, but it's not like super big or anything. But yeah, we can make something shake there. Happy to do that. Especially if I'm just gonna like live stream long form like tournaments. That'd probably be pretty cool. So yeah, we can do something like that. Just hit me up. Yes, so more live streams. We'll see. I don't think there's too much else to announce. I will be doing a draft league that's kind of come up. Those might be additional videos. You might see JJingles88 in the chat here. And we are doing a draft league with some people. Jay, I don't know if I can say the other people in the league. Is that acceptable? Or do we want to wait on that? Well, I said you, so you know the Jay's in it. But we'll kind of wait there on that one. Urban, I only need one editor. You were too late. Or got there first, sorry. But my channel's not that big. I'm not Wolf. But yeah, Jay says go for it. Okay, cool. So we've got some other names, most notably Justin Tang. Justin Tang will be in our draft league, which is pretty cool. We are currently in the, I'm trying to say, process of picking the Pokemon. I have picked my first few Mons, and one of them, you can guess, the other two are pretty wild card picks. I have my friend Evan helping me decide on which Pokemon to grab. I've never done draft before. You know, it's an entirely different format, and I'm not going to go in thinking I know everything about it when I've never actually participated in a draft league. So I think it's really important to humble ourselves. So I asked Evan, who has done a few draft leagues now and done quite well in them, to help me decide on my team, kind of for what I'm going for. I won't reveal most of the Pokemon. Urban, no you won't. Don't make those jokes, please. We like you alive. But I won't reveal most of the Pokemon, but let me see if I can let you in on one. Oh my golly, I can't reveal that. Can I go here? No, I can't. Oh well, I lied. Maybe I can, but I'll figure that one out later. Anyways, I picked Incineroar was my first pick. I know, shocker. It is the mascot. We are the Ypsilanti Incins. Ypsilanti is a city in Michigan, if you're not aware, but it actually starts with a Y, but if you say Ypsi, they will make fun of you. It is Ipsy, so it's the Ypsilanti Incineroars. And so Incin being my mascot Pokemon, I decided I had to have the team. Incin actually notably not very good in draft. Its tools fantastic for VGC, but that's because there's a ton of them. And when there's only one, it's actually pretty easy to counter. My goal was to work in a way that I can prove that Incin can be good in draft because its moveset is so large and diverse that we can definitely make something shake. The rest of the team already is wild. I have a vision. I have a plan, and that involves not picking some of the most common Pokemon to start. And then we'll see what's left after that. But So people are already questioning me. But you know what? When I inevitably win this whole thing, who will be laughing now? Ha 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 ha! I will not win the whole thing. I'm hoping to at least make the playoffs. That's my goal. My goal is at least to make phase 2 of this thing. So we'll see. We're still picking teams. I've only picked 3 Pokemon so far. We're waiting. It's kind of a slow burn there. We got people in different parts of the world and stuff like that. So, hooey! All right. How much yapping? 15 minutes. Who am I? Lucky Wolf? Badoom. Sorry, Lucky. Don't be mad at me, please. Anyways, we can yap for 15 minutes. Yeah, if you have questions, feel free to ask them, but we'll go ahead and get started here. A quick look at the team. We will be using my Weesnaw team. Standard, but just a quick reminder, it is Calyrex, Shadow Rider, Tera Dark, Focus Sash with Astro Barrage, Psychic, Disable, and Protect. Koraidon, Terrifier, Clear, Amulet, Orichalcum, Pulse with Collision Course, Flare Blitz, Flame Charge, and Protect. Assault Vest, Rillaboom, Terrifier, Fake Out, Woodhammer, Grassy Glide, U-Turn. Raging Bolt, Photosynthesis, Magnet, Tera Electric with Thunderclap, Dragon Pulse, Thunderbolt, and Protect. Brute Bonnet, Photosynthesis, Rocky Helmet, Tera Water with Sucker Punch, Seed Bomb, Rage Powder, and Spore. And Snorlax, Tera Fairy, Thick Fat, Safety Goggles with Facade, Crunch, Encore, and Yawn. Pretty standard, except obviously for the Snorlax there. I have already gotten back into Master Ball on my main team. This one I have not, but this is for content, so we'll use content. Yeah, we can go ahead and get started. If you have questions, let me know about Japan, about the team, about anything. Happy to answer them. But let's play some Pokemans. Hopefully well. I was doing recording a Regulation H video and doing the few matches of the GC that I did, since I haven't played before today, because I was on planes Friday and Saturday for far longer than I was supposed to be. But that's okay. Here we go. Jay, you in here? Okay, we have Miraidon, Ho-Oh, Urshifu, Ditto, Grimmsnarl, and Iron Hands. These are normally the 4 that I want to bring to this comp. Ditto can make this a little more challenging, but it should be fine. I would assume that's water. They're probably going to bring Miraidon, Ho-Oh, Hands, and then one of Ditto or Grimmsnarl. We'll find out. But this is normally the 4 that I bring to this comp. Jay, if you look at the name of my opponent... Also, is the music good? The music's very quiet for me. I just want to make sure for y'all it's not too quiet. Grimmsnarl and Ho-Oh. So Ho-Oh is probably faster. I'm gonna hard swap. Playing the guessing games on the Ho-Oh speed is a little frustrating. I can nuke the Grimmsnarl, but it is not a fantastic time. Okay. Fake out's fine. This is all kind of fine, honestly. I'm cool to Flame Charge. And Thunderbolt the Grim. Very best of one, Fake Out Grim. I was expecting a screen, but if they're running Fake Out, they might not have Thunder Wave, which would be pretty cool. The Ho-Oh here is pretty threatened. And not really threatening me very much, I would say. So, I just kind of want to get this moving here. I want to have speed control for later in the match, so I want to get this flame charge off. Tera Grass. Okay, that's an interesting choice to make in front of these two Pokemon. Let's see. Oh, they do have Thunder Wave. That is really annoying. And Brave Bird is fine. It's about half. So I do live, which is cool. I mean, I move, which is huge. So no screens. And now I'm super slow. So they did almost exactly half. I'll restore. So I'm actually outside of another Brave Bird, unless it was a roll heavily in there. This is Shiny Koraidon, right? Yeah. I think I want to Flare Blitz here. Swap back into Rillaboom. I actually should live this. Yep. That's Life Orb. Hi, Jon-Luke. Just wanted to wish you a good stream. I'll be here looking pretty cool, team. Hey, Gonkus. Thank you. Here's to hoping for the best on it. Yeah, and they double in, which is totally fine. The sunlight. One turn of tailwind could have faked out the hands. When uses the team, they always use it wrong. Yeah, I would agree, Urban, but it is what it is. That's super AV. Okay. A little less than half there. That must be a really offensive Ho-Oh. Does take me? Yeah. Okay. It is what it is. This is kind of a tough matchup, but it's the T-Wave Grim. T-Wave Grim is really bad for me. There's not really anything else I can do now. Raging Bolt can't take this on its own. But it is what it is. The fake out into Thunder Wave, I maybe could have prepped for that a little bit better, but ultimately I just You know, I see that. I think screens you want. It's probably... I should actually usually live that Brave Burn. So my guess is this is like max attack Adamant Ho-Oh. And so, yeah. They just got me with a little bit of best of one tech. I probably could have answered for that a little bit better. But I didn't. So it is what it is. It's okay. We can easily kind of bring this back. It's only one loss. It's not that big a deal. But I would agree, Urban, people always do play the team wrong, even though I just lost with it. But it got top 200 last season. I ended out top 200 with it. I beat some pretty big name players like Dodorio, Sariru, DD, a couple other guys like that. Pretty big best of one players. I like seeing Ho-Oh. That Calyrex is disabled. Don't they usually have Encore? They do. They do normally have Encore, but I have Disable on this Calyrex because the Snorlax has Encore for Trick Room. So I felt like 2 Encores was a little superfluous. So I have 1 Pokemon with Disable, which helps with a lot of Choice Lock Pokemon. I also maybe... I'm trying to think of, like, they're attacking into Koraidon and stuff like that. If I just protected once or twice, we would have been kind of golden there. Why I didn't do that, I don't know. Wow, what an interesting team. Rillaboom, Zamazenta... No, yeah, I mean, that's true. Koraidon, Zamazenta... Rillaboom, Incin... Landorus, and... Amoonguss. So this is actually the same 4 normally. I could bring... The problem here is that they have Lando, which normally I would want to bring Raging Bolt into this for Lando. But I might actually want to do you instead. Rocky Helmet's good. Sucker Punch is good. Rage Powder's good. Then I can't really hit. Yeah, I'm still gonna bring Bolt, I think. I also thought that getting back into Master Ball would be more interesting because this area is always weird. Okay. So whose terrain goes first? So I'm faster than their... Here goes Zamazenta. So it was their Rillaboom. Yeah, so their Rillaboom's faster. I think I can go ahead and play it safe here. Right on. Okay. Not shiny Koraidon. My descendant to Master Ball will not be achieved. Yeah. Cool. Calyrex. Now I can just get damage off, right? That's what I'm thinking. So swap back into Rillaboom. And just click Astral Barrage. There's an argument to protect here, but I feel like that's a little too passive, I think. Because they could just Volt Switch out, and then I can't really do anything. Like, I could disable the next turn, but That's just putting me in the exact same position 2 turns later, you know? So it's like, not really worth it. There's Scarf Koraidon. Alright, well, got bailed on that. I would have lived that anyways. Yep, they are Scarf Koraidon. How annoying. Zamazenta. Yep. Yeah, they're gonna U-turn out. Let's send that Koraidon. I maybe should have guessed that they were Scarf when I saw double terrain. That one might be on me. Go back into Koraidon. I really thought about the Flame Charge, but I'm probably going to end up swapping out anyways, so if I can just pick up a KO here. Tera Water. Okay, I have Raging Bolt in the back now for this. You can't KO me in one hit. Sheesh! Why'd you do that? Wait, what? Oh, no. Oh, no. They got that play so wrong. Okay, we're balling now. Landorus. Can't be Scarfed. Lando protect? Nope. Nice. Interesting choice to protect there. I guess I am threatening you with damage on my Rillaboom, but you could have just body pressed Rillaboom, right? Like, I'm not, you're not, I guess you don't, actually they don't have the defense boost anymore. How many more turns of terrain are there? I mean, I just need to keep Koraidon alive, right? So if Rillaboom goes down, it's kind of like whatever. Yeah, okay, well, they just forfeit. Yeah, the wide guard D-Gleam play was interesting. I don't I don't agree with it. I don't think it was the right play. Very odd, very odd. But good game to my opponent either way. I was expecting like a Volt Switch there. Or maybe to rip the Draco. Could have been something. They were calling me to swap out the Koraidon, I think. And then leave in Callie. But Callie's too important for the late game. Personally, so. And I know that my Koraidon is bulky enough to live. So that's why I kind of stuck in. It's super, super bulky. Tons of HP investment. Decent little chunks in both defense and special defense. Almost thinking you get a discharge or parabolic charge from that play. Yeah, it could. If there's Scarf, they do pretty often run Tera Electric. So it could have been, yeah, like Tera Electric discharge. But my only qualm with that set, well, they did have Lando, so that would actually entice me more to believe that it's Tera Electric like discharge. So because you can sit Lando next to it, but if you don't have Lando basically and you only have Zamazenta left and you're locked in discharge, Zamazenta can only click Wide Guard, or else it's just like gonna go down. So you do your own discharge. So it's kind of a there's a little anti-synergy there that I'm not super duper fond of personally. Yeah, I don't know. Still an interesting team. And thinking back on it, I should have known. We got bailed. I would have lived that Draco Meteor on my Rillaboom. I'm actually specifically EV'd for that moment, but in electric terrain. So the fact that electric terrain wasn't up, without a crit, I would have always lived that Draco Meteor, especially because they're Scarf and not Specs. So it's not the huge deal. The miss was nice because I was preserved a little bit of health. We're going to talk about what I'm looking at in just a second. But yeah, so, but that, they should have doubled into the CSR slot. It's my kind of thing. It's like, if you're going to go that route, like they should have Draco'd into CSR to get rid of it. Yeah, okay, so we have Lunala, Primarina, Whimsicott, Slitherwing, Goodra, and Koraidon. That Slitherwing is unironically a problem, because that is normally how I would... Normally I would lead Koraidon Brute Bonnet into a team comp like this, but I can't do that. Oh my god. What do I do? And I don't necessarily want to Tera Bonnet in this, apparently. Unless I do. That being said, Bonnet is still so good. I don't necessarily need terrain. I'm still gonna do it. I'm still gonna do Bonnet. It's always so fascinating listening to you speak. Well, thank you, Lucas. I'm glad that I am an entertaining man. Right on Whimsicott. Okay. Actually, this is pretty good. So, fun fact, my Bonnet will live. So I actually don't really care about Koraidon that much. I just need to see if they're Sash. Yeah, so they're faster, but that's not anything new, personally. I just want to Flame Charge. And Spore. This could be Sap Super Goodra. That's something else I need to keep in mind. Okay, that's fine. Are they going for Tailwind? Yeah. Are they Sash? Yes, that's okay. Nothing to block. If they go for any attacking move, Whimsicott will go down. That's why I was okay with not doubling the Whimsicott slot. I had considered it, but now they don't get a free swap. And Sucker Punch will always deal 1 hit point of damage. And then if they go after the Brute Bonnet this turn, fire is fine. Then they're not going after Koraidon, which is really good. Okay, that was a pretty good play by them. This will pick up. But that's actually kind of okay. They're going to take Rocky Helmet Chip. They're going to take Recoil. Oh, yeah. Where does this go into? Perfect. I'm actually quite okay with this. Because now I'm +2 speed. Go Raging Ball. There is Sun out. I don't really care about Yep. Liquid Voice. And I'm quite defensive, so I don't think a Moonblast will take out. Yeah. Do I live? Yes. This is not AV Bolt. Ganala. Okay. They didn't protect there. Let's see if they do it here. Nope. Okay. They've already used Tera, so they can't win now. I still have Sash intact on. I still have Sash intact on CSR. I always win now. Moongeist Beam actually won't pick up, fun fact of the day, at neutral, unless they crit. See? Okay, yep, and there's leftovers. I end my Encore. And their Tailwind Peter's out. Cool. Boom. Night night. Cool. Alright. That was an easy win. Let's see. Gotta be Sap Sipper for right on there. No point in having Hydration. Yeah, I would agree with that, Urban. It's gotta be Sap Sipper. Which, in my question is like, why did they bring it? Like, it's actually pretty good into my team. You know, stops the Spore, all that jazz. If I brought Rillaboom. Yeah, overall, that's pretty interesting. But still, I like the selection of 4 they brought, I guess. I think they played a little too fast and loose with those mons, particularly the The way that they played the Primarina makes me think that it's choiced in some capacity. I did a lot of damage to my Raging Bolt, and Raging Bolt is tanky. She's got a lot in there, so a lot of HP, a good chunk of special defense, so I'm a little curious there, but yeah, I'm not totally certain. But I figured that if they were going to protect a Pokemon, it would be the Primarina, so I can get rid... I knew a Thunderclap would pick up the Koraidon now that they Tera'd, so I thought it was a really good opportunity to do that. I don't quite understand the Tera in that moment. It doesn't help them against either of Koraidon's moves, unless I'm running a Dragon-type move, I guess, which is pretty rare. And it actually only makes them take neutral damage from Sucker Punch on my Root Bonnet, which they know that I can't Tera. So that Tera there I thought was kind of interesting. I don't think I necessarily agree with it. That would just be my 2 cents, but overall I still think they played pretty well. Is this a new game? Yes, Alex, this is a brand new game, never seen before. It is called Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, if you've ever heard of it. I know that we've all been playing ZA, but yeah, Scarlet and Violet, it's this interesting game. It's turn-based. Who would have thought Pokemon is a turn-based strategy game? Very interesting. It's not the standard battle royale that we're used to. I'm trying it out, giving it a go, see how it goes. We'll see. Yoshi says, how's it going? It's going pretty well, Yoshi. How about you? It is Mr. Used Splash. I have known to dabble with Splash. Yeah, I've watched a video of Alex using Splash Gyarados, so I know for a fact that he dabbles in the Splashitudes. In wrestling or in Pokemon, probably both. Bro Luke. Is that a reference to something? I don't quite understand. All right, Lucas, I have to go now. I definitely show up to more. Sounds good. Yep, I'll be doing more streams now that I am unemployed. So happy to have you. Thank you so much for coming. I'll talk to you later. All right, let's do another one. Perfect. Don't think that'll catch on, but well done for trying new things. Thanks, Alex. I appreciate it. I'm going to go. Yeah, Yoshi, how's the YouTube vids? I've seen a couple of them. I haven't been watching YouTube as I've been in a different country, but I see that you've posted a few recently. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how well this turn-based game is going to work, but I'm interested to continue trying it. I will be, as soon as I'm done here, going back and playing ZA, though. Wovliuo. I've been having a lot of fun with ZA. Oh, no. Oh, my God. All right, we have Miraidon. Okay, this is actually, like, not amazing. Miraidon, Groudon, Fluttermane, Whimsicott, Incin, Farigiraf. Okay, this is actually quite tough. This is actually quite tough for me. Who would have guessed? I'm actually probably gonna do the same lead that I always do. Oh, no, wait. I might be a liar. Oh, my God. Oh, no. Ah! I don't know which one to bring. Actually, they're both, like, kind of not great. That Farigiraf's kind of a big problem. For... Oh, no. Ah! Bollocks. I think I go Bonnet. I don't know. Maybe I should have gone Raging Bolt, because now Incin's scary. Okay. No. Okay. I'm actually kind of fine to Flame Charge and U-turn here. I think they might hard swap Instant, or they're going to go for a Fake Out, and then Flutter Mane can't really do much to me outside of that, so it's not a huge deal. I'm making some more particular on ZA content, hoping to make some ranked battles in the future. ZA ranked is a huge fun, actually. I have been really enjoying it. Let's see where they go. Okay, it's fine. Icy Wind. I've got bad news. Dash, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Hey, why did I take damage? Oh, Icy Wind. They could swap into Facade here, but I'm still not, like, super scared, you know? Like, I'm still gonna get damage on something. ZA ranked is actually so much fun. Yeah, you say unemployed. Can I employ you to just send me nice messages, though? Yeah, that could be a possibility. Drop me a CV. So a CV is not exclusively a British thing. A CV is here in America. I've filled them out before when I was doing more academic center jobs. It is basically a resume, but on steroids, as the chat might say. It's just, instead of doling it down to one page, it is this large expanse of many of your accomplishments. So, there are quite often, the more you go, they could be upwards of like 6 to 10 pages. So, I know what a CV is. I've done them before. So I know that Koraidon is in the back for sure. I think I just want to protect. And U-turn out. Xerneas kind of ruined it, but I don't agree with that. I've really enjoyed playing Xerneas. I think Xerneas is fine. I don't think it's overpowered or anything like that. Oh, they're calling for Rillaboom, yeah. I think Xerneas is plenty fine. You can have answers to it. It's pretty easy. Shadow Ball is fine. They go for Heat Crash. Oh, P-Blade's cool. This is quad resisted, but this is a Flutter Mane. No? Okay. Upsetty Spaghetti. Go Bonnet. I'm gonna Collision Course. Sucker Punch. They could protect Flutter here, but then I can just bring in, nope, they don't. Yeah, so you can go for the Precipice Blades, but it might not even KO, honestly. And that does over half, which is huge. You hit the P-Blades. Let's see. Nope. I'm built different. Journey's kind of ruined it, but not really. Yeah, I have maybe a pretty big qualm with this constant idea that it's like, oh, well, because it's Xerneas, yada, 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 yada. You know what I mean? It's like, no, it's fine. Like, yes, it's a very strong, it's a very good Pokemon, but it's not this, like, unbreakable thing that nobody's never seen before, you know? It's good. Yeah, and Metagross literally sits on it. Yeah. CV stands for something vitae. It's I can't remember. Yeah, it's like I can look it up. Yeah, curriculum vitae. I was right. Yeah, curriculum vitae is what it stands for. Xerneas counters Galarian Silver. I saw that. I've been using Excadrill to really good success to counter Xerneas. I think it's fine. And my own Xerneas. Like, you know what I mean? So they didn't bring Farigiraf, which was like my biggest worry. Okay. Did they take Life Orb Chip? No. This is where Disable comes into play. Yeah, their choice locked in. This is why we run Disable. Bye-bye. He lost Shell Side Arm, though. House. Yeah, that is a little upsetting. I've seen Metagross, I've seen Excadrill, I've seen Galarian Slowbro, Stunfisk still. Basically, anything that can learn Heavy Slam or a good heavy move. I've seen Poison Jab, Garchomp, which Sword Stance has been pretty big. All of these things. Xerneas is definitely counterable. I would not be so worried about it on the in-game ladder, especially now that you can't even lose points. Which I actually like. This game's not serious. Come on, we all know what this is. It's a fun little side Pokemon game, and I am perfectly happy to play it in a way that I don't have to put any pressure on myself to perform well. Which is funny because when I ranked up, I never play slower than second, but I was using, as some would call, meta slop. So it is what it is. Yeah, Xerneas ain't bad. Like, really, people just don't like legendaries. Yeah, I just don't. I don't understand. People are like, as soon as legendaries get in, they're like, oh, this is bad, blah, blah, because it's legendaries. I'm like, but there's like other legendaries. Like, you could play around them. Like, I don't know. I vehemently disagree with this idea that legendaries limit the possibilities of a meta. They can, yeah, of course they do, just like everything else does. But they not in a way that I think really inhibits the game. In fact, it allows certain Pokemon, like Reg G, Mienshao was popping off because it provided both Wide Guard and Inner Focus for Fake Out Mons and stuff like that. So yeah, I did disagree with this idea that legendaries are prohibitive or bad for the game. I think they should be made easier to get, probably, if you want to play competitively, for sure. But in terms of, like, do they make the actual game itself worse? Absolutely not. In fact, I prefer higher power legendary-centric metas, just because I find them to be more skill-based than some lower power kind of, oh, let's see what we can get away with metas, i.e. Reg H. So, my tangent for the day. Geomancy takes forever for you to get the boosts. That is correct. That's why I use Calm Mind. I don't even use Geomancy on my Xerneas. I use Calm Mind. Gives you the same thing. I never noticed the cooldown reduction noticeably. I don't even have any speed in that Xerneas, but I am running screens, so it's like full bulk. You know what I mean? So, kind of my thing. Physical Poison Jab opposing Xerneas. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen physical Xerneas. I've seen some physical Xerneas, but with like Horn Leech, but nothing like that saucy, you know? All right. Next. ZA just needs Incineroar. Incineroar. That's correct. Every game needs Incineroar. I am the Ypsilanti Incins. All right, who we got? A battle against a name that I cannot pronounce. Boring. Boring. Okay. We have Calyrex, Shadow Rider, Zamazenta, Rillaboom, Urshifu, Chi-Yu, Amoonguss. So this is actually a tough one. Never mind. Did I win? Or did the game decide that that one doesn't count? That one doesn't count. It's never too early to roar your incense. Give us Mega Incineroar. Do it, you cowards. You won't. I want Mega Incin, I want Mega Corviknight, and I want Mega Roserade. Give them. Give me. Hand them over. Game Freak. I want them. You won't. You won't unleash those monsters. But you'll give us Mega Excalibur. If that thing becomes a special attacker, I will be viscerally upset. Leave Wolfie alone! Honestly, hey, I don't think anybody in my chat are these... I'll have to hide my language back a little bit. Freaking weirdos. Don't touch the man. What are you doing? Hey, yo. What this team is made for. But yeah, what are you guys doing? What are you doing? Stop. Don't do that. You weirdos. Leave them alone. No, Yoshi, I wasn't actually saying that to you. I was more of a, oh, I'm old. Does anybody remember that, like, old viral video? Leave Britney alone. Is anybody, am I too old for this? Maybe, I don't know, but. Oh, wow, golly. Or water, really? That's a choice, I think. What if I had just went for Wood Hammer? I just went for Wood Hammer. What? You clicked follow me. I don't agree with whatever that play was. But no, Yoshi, I wasn't talking about you specifically. I was, like, talking about people in that video broadly, but, like, what are you doing? Why are we doing this? Meteorna should be slower than the Urshifu, unless it's... Iron Ball. In which case I don't think it'll pick up the Koraidon. Interesting play. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I don't actually know. What the item is on that. Let's assume Choice Band, I think is a safe assumption. Three turns of Trick Room. I don't know if that crit matters. It matters. That's really unfortunate because now I can't tell the item on this Urshifu. So that crit was pretty bad, honestly. Nope. Okay. It's Iron Ball. I would have lived that close combat otherwise then. Yeah. That's really bad, actually. That crit mattered then. Yeah, that crit cost me the game. I mean, it is what it is. That's Pokemon, I guess. Because if it was... I would have lived if it was Iron Ball, because then it's not... Yeah. I need them to swap the Cali this turn. Yeah, they don't, though. Oh my gosh, there's nothing. Yeah. Oh well. Sometimes you're gonna get crit. It is what it is. Insane bulk on that Urshifu, though. Come on, Snorlax. They also swapped out... Did they know the Encore strat? That's my thing. Nobody knows the Encore strat. I'm a little curious if they knew about it. I mean, it is what it is. Sat Wizard. Oh. Oh my god. What? Another Koraidon comp, this time with Iron Treads. I doubt they do the strat. I don't know, Urban. They swapped out on the Encore. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, why else would you waste your +1 there and swap out? Unless they, like, knew what I was gonna do, you know? I don't know. I think they knew. I think they knew exactly. I think they knew the Encore strat. This does rely a little bit on surprise, I guess. People are picking more in the draft. Redraft Chio. It's fine. Scarf. Chio. Not super surprising there. So without the boost, Flare Blitz actually picks up. Interesting. Palkia on a Sun team. GG, mate. That Encore play was complete BS. I've only played. I guess I don't quite understand. Were you my opponent? I've only played VGC for like a year. Better to be lucky than good. I mean, okay. How was a Japan trip? Pretty good, actually. Had a lot of fun. Really enjoyed spending good time with my friend. Yeah, you're gonna Tera Ghost the Chiyu. Yep. Had some really good food. Overall, yeah, it was a really great time. I really enjoyed it. Would do again. Although I won't go for a while. Flamethrower! Oh wow, that did a lot. Nice. Hope you like the video of your team, Ivy. Had a lot of fun doing it. I just love Zamazenta though, so. Okay. They should send out Koraidon. No. Okay. I'm just gonna double this. Now we wait. Yeah. Saw that one coming from a mile away. Facial Ren. Yo, are they Scarf? Hold up. Are they Scarf? No. No, they don't have to be. They don't have to be Scarf. I thought for some reason Palkia Origin was base 90 speed. They're base 120. Actually, I think I want to go Flame Charge. Grassy Glide. Yeah. Theme Star Boss is such good OST. Yeah, that's true. That's true. They have that form. You're right. I forgot about that. That's fine. Sat Wizard sent out Koraidon. Team Star Boss is such good OST. It is okay. I don't think I'm like super in love with it, but yeah, it's not bad for sure. Yeah, okay. And bonk. Night night. I'm more of a... Well, we know that I like Overcon. Discharge! Oh no! Okay, as long as I don't get paralyzed though, we're kind of fine. Okay, I think they're no bulk, because that did a lot of damage actually. So they might be specs. They're not Scarf. If they are Scarf, then they have like no speed investment, because this is not a particularly speedy Koraidon. Fake out. Astral Barrage! Oh yeah, Battle Escapes. Okay, so they were specs. GG, Sat Wizard. Yeah. They could have been Covert Cloak there, though, I guess. So, but you just can't cover for everything all the time, especially in Close Team Sheep Best of 1. Which is a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. Where are we at? How we doing? 2. Looks like 1 or 2 more will get us there. Actually, I'm going to go use the restroom. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. You can let your more know how good it is to be lucky and not be good, because I guess that's an indictment that you're not very good. So, all right, BRB. Ah! What happened? I dropped my controller. Did I turn it off? I made a mistake. Well, I was gonna be cool leaving there, but I wasn't. So, all right, be right back. I have a cat. Hello to the people, Bear. Purring. Likes to be the center of attention. Hey, Bear. You having fun? Alright. You want to sit in my lap? I think that is a yes. Okay. Yep. Alright, let's do this. Let me see what I missed. Always cool to me. Yeah, I agree. I like his and Evor's theme a lot. Jacinth's team is 100 out of 10. Yeah, okay. Jacinth as a character, not very good. Jacinth's theme? Electro Swing, baby, we roll. Heck yes. Yes, absolutely. I love it. It's 10 out of 10. Great song. The kitty! They yearn for you, Bear. Big scritches of the cat. Big purse. I rub his belly. Likes to be picked up. Be put on my shoulder. Ah, can I? Little cuddle bug. Ah, okay. Back to Pokemon. Bear, that's my used to be boss. Hey Jerry, how you doing? I missed that cat. This cat rules. Best boy. Yes, Liz 8. He is the best boy. That is Leah, Miss Mess. She will agree that I'm not always cool. No, Urban, you're lying. I have 3 mischiefs at home myself. We have 2. The other one's very shy. She doesn't like to come out. But that's okay. We just let her be herself. Bear, though. Very affectionate. Very people forward. Right, Bear? My payment to Wolfie VGC for his Patreon membership just went through. Bear, you gonna help us get to Master Ball? Got 1 or 2 more, I think. And then I'll probably call it. I'm feeling pretty bad. My head's starting to hurt a little bit. My throat's getting really sore. We'll see. Thankfully, I've already recorded Tuesday's video. It is a video that many of you have been asking for a while now. How do you feel about Reg F coming back? I am very hype about it. I love Reg F. It was the regulation that I first ever competed in back in 2024. It is super cool. I'm very happy about it. Okay. Kali Ice, Kyogre, Urshifu, Lando, Grim, and Rillaboom. This is actually pretty tough because of how I normally would want to go about this. So we'll do this, I think. Like, I want to bring... This isn't like a hard trick room team. Yeah, I think I bring these 4. I might lose this one. This is actually a really better comp than... this is really actually a really tough comp for me to beat because I don't really want to bring Snorlax to it, and Snorlax is the whole answer to CIR. Hey, CIR. Bolt has the same problem as either of those, but now its priority becomes contingent on attacking. Kyogre? Yeah. It's Scarf, and they're going for Surging Strikes. Yep. About 60, yeah. Yeah. So I could have just, unless they're safety goggles, but I could have just redirected that away. It's really unfortunate. Not the end of the world, though. In fact, I'd say we're still in a plenty fine position. Yeah. Lando, nice. Just leaving this Urshifu in, dude. It's like not doing anything. I might just need to get a little lucky here. But I'm gonna hope that the Lando does not wake up. Comes in. Calyrex Ice Rider. Lando, please don't wake up. So we're gonna have to get a little lucky with sleep turns, but we're still really in this game. Urshifu, fine. I'm happy to Grassy Glide here. And see. Okay, so I am faster, which is good. And they're left. Okay, so they could Leech Seed. I can't remember if Kyogre's taken a turn of sleep yet or not. It would be really cool if it stayed asleep. Nice, cool. Okay, buddy. They got a little mad. They got a little mad. I hear you were commentating with Alex on the mid-league. Yeah, Yoshi, we had intended to do that, but I don't think that's happening anymore. Maybe just because of time constraints or what, but it seems like... Or Jordy already posted a video of his games from the mid-league, so I don't quite know what the dealio is with that. I'm still happy to do it, but I just kind of... We don't quite know how this is going to work. I don't know if I'm better than F from SVSG, but we already had G twice. Yeah, I actually really liked Reg G. That's biased because that's the first time I made day 2 at a tournament, so maybe I have like rose-colored glasses on it. But yeah, I really liked Reg G as well. Reg G1 was pretty much Koraidon spam with some Calorexes, yeah. Never mind what I said about Bolt. Bonnet is Tera. yeah. Bonnet's good, dude. Tera Water Bonnet goes crazy. Sometimes in those matchups, it's like, well, put him to sleep. It's like, I got nothing better. I got nothing better to do. Put him to sleep and hope for the best. And a lot of the times I'm like, did I just put you to sleep? I'm going to spore that spot again. Because if you swap, you're going to be really upset. Okay, last one. If I make this, I make Master Ball. Bear, do you want out? Let me let the cat out. Let him free. Who do we got? Eat him. Bear, do you desire freedom? Desire freedom. Right. Free. Oh my god. Alright, we have Calyrex, Shadow Rider, Koraidon, Shiyu, Incin. Interesting. Fluttermane and Brute. Bonnet. I think sleep on Bonnet sometimes. I'm an Amoonguss person, but I won't deny that was funny to watch. Yeah, it was. It's quite nice just to put things to sleep. Okay, Incin Bonnet. It's fine. I mean, it's definitely safety goggles on the Incin, right? For sure. This is fine to protect. I'm gonna make a really weird play here, but I'm gonna spore the Bonnet. Fine. I gonna Tera this anyways? Yeah, probably. Oh no. If you're wondering why I clicked Rage Powder there, my thought process is that if they don't Tera the Bonnet, it goes down. If they do Tera the Bonnet, it is no longer a grass type, which means that I can then redirect the Spore with Rage Powder. That is why I made that play. I should have been explaining that as I was doing it, but I really had to think about it. Ghost is fine. Now you're weak to CSR in the back. You gotta be Sash. Nope, you're not Sash. Okay, well, that is good for me. Should live that pretty handily. Okay. This is going really well for me. Somebody was mad at me once on Showdown once I kept putting their stuff to sleep and they were using Darkrai. I have no pity. I do not pity them. They're thinking real quick. Right on. I really like to, yep, there it is, force the, I don't like to click Rage Powder, because, what am I trying to say here? I need to force the attack, because then even if they take out my Koraidon, then I get to put something to bed. Nice. These Sun Mine games are probably some of my favorite games to play in the whole world. I love them. I think they are so fun. I don't know why. Probably because I'm good at them. I do think I'm quite good. Like, I don't normally like to toot my own horn like that, but I do think I'm quite good at playing these kind of, how do I hedge my bets in every which way in order to come out on top in this particular instance. The Sun reasons, I think, are very good on my part. So they are Life Orb, which means that they're... Okay, now I really gotta think this through here. They can KO me with the CC now. 2 turns of Sunlight left. This is where I force a decision. Yeah. So you can put my Raging Bolt to sleep. That's fine. The problem there is, the reason I didn't protect Koraidon, that crit did not matter. They're -1, and this is Sun boosted. The reason that I didn't protect Koraidon there is because if I get that play wrong, and they go for Sucker Punch plus Close Combat, I pretty much lose the game on the spot. I have to, like, do one, basically, you know what I mean? This is still fine. Because I see kind of the end game here. So, again, Disable's going to come into play really well. I'm going to protect, and I'm going to burn a turn of sleep. They're going to go for Spore. So now the Sun goes down, which is okay. They lose their defense boost. It's not super relevant in this situation. But now we're in a good spot because I can click Disable. If they go for Sucker Punch, then I've disabled Sucker Punch, and they can't use that anymore. If they go for Spore, I disable Spore, and they can't use that anymore. Second turn of Sleep is fine. And now they can't use Spore. So now I Protect again, and I Dragon Pulse. Yep, and now they're forced into a really bad game. Because if they go for Sucker Punch, they might. Yep, that's one. Count them with me. And I wake up. That's huge. Okay. I have Sash. They might also expect me to click Disable again to avoid the Sucker Punch. So if they do that, if they overthink the situation, then I get additional damage. From not very much, but I mean it's an unboosted single target Astral Barrage at least. Yep. Did more than I thought. That is not a very specially defensive on it. GG's. That, I don't know if that crit mattered. But the game was over anyways. Like, they couldn't win. They couldn't win from that point on. Told you I'm good at them. Which one of you didn't believe me? Which one of you wasn't? Which one of you did not believe me? Are we in Master Ball? Hey, yo! We're in Master Ball. Look at that. 1,114. The record of 6-2. Not my best Master Ball record, I will say. However, this would make day 2 at a regional. So, all I'm saying is I've effectively now made day 2 at 2 regionals. Both of them by the skin of my teeth. Oh my golly. Oh my god. That's the new stim. It was me. Sorry. Who are you again? Anyways, I'm feeling okay. Does anyone want to battle? I'll do a viewer battle or two, and then we'll call it good. Or I can do one Master Ball battle. What is the preference? I will listen via my eyeballs, and I will take a drink of water because my throat's really dry. Leah's gonna be so annoyed with me because I know she's watching because she put something in the chat about Bear, but I'm definitely getting sick, Leah, and I'm gonna be a little baby about it. So sorry. She's gonna get so mad at me. Yeah, oh yeah, it's happening. It's so good right now. I can feel the pressure building up in my nose. You can feel it. I'm reminded of, I don't know who here. Oh no, get on Master Ball, lol. Somebody messaged me about team building in ZA, so I have to respond to them back after we're done. No, this reminds me of... Okay, so we all know that I am one of the biggest Glick glazers this side of the Mississippi, right? Like, I'm a big fan of Wolf Glick. I enjoy his content. Enjoy at least what I see of him on the internet as a person. I think it seems pretty cool. I've met him a couple times very fleetingly at regionals and stuff like that. I didn't really want to take up too much time. He's a competitor, so they were very quick interactions. But overall, I'm quite a big fan of the content that he makes. And he seems like a genuinely good person. I like, at least from what I can tell or perceive, I like the person that he puts himself out to be. And I was watching his Draft League video, recently, yesterday, and he was talking about what he called it branding. That's a little capitalist for me. I would call it more inside jokes or whimsical thoughts. Anyways, it's the idea of if something bad happens to you or something like that, putting some whimsy into the moment in order to kind of lighten it and make it something more meaningful directly between you and your partner. And me joking about getting sick is, I don't know, reminds me of that moment, because it's, at least for me, it's like I could be super mad about, you know, all of my flights getting delayed, all this, all that. But it's like, is that worth my energy, you know? Is it like, is that worth being mad about? Ultimately, no. Nobody got hurt. I had a place to sleep. They provided me with food. My schedule got moved off, sure, but it's like, it is what it is. I don't know. And it's just like, I always, and this is just a moment that I wanted to share with y'all about it. I think it's always important to remember that it's like, if you're feeling emotions about something, they're valid, like always, your emotions are valid, but it's like, is it worth your time? You know what I mean? Like, do I want to, is this something that I want to be anxious about? Like, is it worth being anxious about this? And a lot of the times I'm like, no, it's not. Like, it's just not. It's like, and you can't immediately get out of that, but it does help. It does help quite a bit in both like keeping yourself joyful, because all of a sudden you're burdening yourself with less large scale issues. I think, you know, it's like, I'm not upset about the weekend. Had a very nice time with Leah yesterday, and I've had a good day today recording. Actually, no, I haven't, but it was that GC. This GC was pretty whack. I'm not gonna lie, but you're only gonna see the good ones, not the bad ones, because I deleted them because I was mad. But Overcloak Incineroar, like, but it's like, how much are you actually gonna spend? You know what I mean? It's like, you, in a relationship, you deburden yourselves by finding out what's actually worth spending that emotional time on, and stuff like that just isn't it. You know what I mean? Come on, camera. The camera getting blurry though. Livid. Absolutely livid about it. Alex better hit the hay. Don't do that, Alex. We don't condone violence in this chat. Have a great evening, all. Happy to see your happy face again. Always love to see you, Alex. Super excited to potentially commentate with you. I don't know what's going on with that. Bye-bye. Day one click riders rise up. All right, no viewer battles, so I will do one more. Let's see if we can get top thou. We'll call it. Down. One little Master Ball game. I also love how the one game Snorlax came to, we lost. Daisy, oh no. Oh my god. No. Oh no, Daisy, please don't. Whimsicott Koraidon. So this is definitely expanding horse. Is it specs? That's my question. These comps are always really hard. I'm afraid of Pollen Puff. Specs Pollen Puff CSR. That is my fear right now. I'd battle. What's your fave core in ZA? Basic. Right now, I am using Screens Magnet Ampharos with double electric move, Calm Mind, double fairy move, plus Focus Blast Xerneas, and double ground move, Iron Head, Swords Dance, Excadrill. I actually tweeted about it, Ivy, so if you have the cesspool known as Twitter, you can go see my tweet. I have all of the exact spreads and everything up there. I managed to make it to rank A without dropping below 2nd place either time, which is pretty cool. Okay, so I actually, if this is... So if this is Life Orb, okay, not great. But if it's not Life Orb, I can actually live a Collision Course from this Koraidon on my Bonnet. Fine. That wind is fine. Not Sash, as expected. Check it out. Unfortunately, yeah, I know, Twitter stinks. Okay. They gotta have Indeedee in the back, right? They gotta. They gotta. But we'll still do this. Break his potential Sash. Tera Ground. Blast, okay. Are you Life Orb? Probably not if you're running Collision Course. Okay. Rocky Helmet. Yeah. Life Orb. That Life Orb shit might matter. Nice. Huge. pick up, though. That's huge. It's fine. Boost doesn't affect it. That's correct. Yeah, it doesn't quite make sense to... I live. So if I just went for collision course there, we're great. I'm not gonna be faster, but that's fine. Sunlight fades. With the terrain up, it's actually Psychic is better. Oh, I live! Oh, no! Bingo, bingo, bongo. Slow, bulky Koraidon, folk. That's the way to do it. Sorry. But we're gonna end with that dollop of Daisy. Oh, whew. Good games to all of my opponents except for what's his name? Dremmer. I still don't quite understand these messages. GG mate, that Encore play was complete BS. I've only played VGC for like a year. Better to be lucky than good. I'm still not totally certain you weren't like stream sniping, I guess, at that point. But I don't know. I don't really care. I guess I'm more confused than anything else. But GG's to everybody but Dremmer. Be nicer to people. Although the world is harsh enough, okay? The world is mean plenty. Let us, as individuals, try not to contribute to that cruelty in the best way we can. All right? Be nice to people. That is... Okay, that's my thing. Okay, let's read some things. This person got cooked by Scarf Miraidon too many times. This person is me. I have also been cooked by Scarf Miraidon too many times. 828. Okay, ending in top thou. It's not bad. That's pretty okay. I've been interested to try Xerneas actually. It is my second favorite restricted. Surprised to see Calm Mind over Geo. I assume it's since Geo takes longer to get started. MP's yes, yeah. So I'm actually... We'll talk about this for a second. I plan on making a decent chunk more Legends ZA content, but not traditional battle videos like I've been doing. I don't really like those. It's hard to live commentate my thoughts when so much is happening at once. So I think what I'm going to try to do, and let me know if you're interested in this, is some post commentary of not my own matches, but other people's matches. So I have some lined up from like Nico and a couple of others, but I want to analyze matches to see what people are doing well and talk about team buildings for the teams that they're using. I'm beginning to really understand the intricacies of team building in ZA. I think maybe a little better than a good chunk of people, if I can toot my own horn there. So I think I have something to offer by offering that kind of content. But yeah, I think I'm shiny hunting basically for stuff because we're at that point in the game. And I need to find Nico a shiny Fennekin. I got one for myself last night. I want to get one for him too, because he's my friend and I care about him. But yeah, it's part of that will be explaining why certain moves are better than others. And yes, Geomancy, in my I need all of this to say, I'm actually kind of a speed believer in ZA. I think you want some speed, or at least to be hitting specific benchmarks for specific cooldown time reductions. But Yes. So I think a little bit of speed is useful. Like my Delphox has like 36 speed invested just to hit a bump for cooldown reduction up to 4 seconds or something like that. Now, I don't think it's nearly as important as it is in the traditional turn-paced RPG that I just played for 2 hours. And I think the big thing is basically how fast can you get stuff going. So yeah, I think the cooldown time reduction of speed via Geomancy does not outweigh the additional setup time it takes to get it going, and the range of it. Calm Mind is fast, close, go. People can see that you're setting up Geomancy really easily, which can make you a pretty quick target if they're already right by you. Because Calm Mind has such a small window, it makes it a little harder to spot kind of broadly when you're just looking at the map. So I think in this particular instance, the negatives greatly outweigh the slight, like, little variance. And against your speed, right, you're gonna at best shave off an additional second. You have a fast enough like movement speed that you can just like run away for a second. You'll be totally fine. Is kind of my thoughts there. So yes, long story short, yeah, Calm Mind over Geomancy because of kind of the drawbacks and the actual state of the game. Go to bed now. I won't go to bed. It is only 8 p.m. and I'm not 65. But I will lie down on the couch and be a little baby about being sick for sure. Absolutely, I will do that. I like your analysis, so I say go for it. All right, but all right. That is the end of the stream today. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Urban and Alex and Ivy, all in my Discord too. Link in the description down below. What else do we have here? Yoshi, Lou, Jergster, not Jergster. I messed that one up. My brain's foggy. Dremmer, sure. Who else we got? Lucas, he's already gone though. Oh, sad. But thank you all so much for watching. It really means a lot that y'all show up because otherwise I'd be talking into the void. And Leah gets really mad when I do that. So, all right, y'all roll. That'll be it for tonight. I'll see y'all on Tuesday evening for a pretty anticipated video. I think a lot of people have been really excited about. But most importantly, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and become a channel member. I haven't really been pushing the channel memberships, but now that I'm unemployed, y'all should become a channel member. It would be really helpful. Clutch824, thank you. Hey, Clutch, yes. Oh, somebody else was lurking. You were lurking. We love lurking. I love lurking. Clutch824, thank you. Thank you for being here. That really matters. Also, who said they were going to lurk? Somebody earlier. Gonkus VGC said they were going to be lurking. So thank you for being here too. I did not forget. I do not forget people. Y'all rule. It really means a lot that you're here. It's a lot of fun to do these streams. You'll see them more as I prep teams and stuff for tournaments. So thank you all so much for watching. Yeah, I already said the spiel, you know, become a channel member. But most importantly, please remember that you are appreciated. All right. Peace.